This is from a mother who is relatively new to the parenting training. And she writes, I was always in a hurry before, always nagging and rushing. And we all know what that looks like, the chaos of leaving for somewhere. Now I've become comfortable with understanding that most of the day is just slow and repetitive, and it goes at the pace the little ones can go. Now, that sounds good until you hear the next sentence or two. So she's learned to slow down. She said, for example, just eating takes up almost 3 hours of my day for my 2-year-old. She has 3 other kids. So she spends 3 hours a day feeding her 2-year-old. And mom concludes, I'm respecting her and she likes it. That's so deceptive. It sounds so caring and involved. Yeah, I'll bet she likes it. She likes being in charge and doing whatever she wants. And the child proves it in 1,000 other ways almost per day. The child whines and cries and gets whatever she wants. It's very common for us as parents to swing from one extreme to the other. So we go from permissive to controlling and back again, and we'll do that multiple times in a day. We're permissive till we can't stand it. They're making too much noise, and then we scream at them. We scream at them till we're tired of that, and then we just withdraw and go to our bedroom and have a headache. But no, it's not controlling or permissiveness, or controlling versus permissiveness, and it's not somewhere in between. It's loving and teaching. So I said to mom, you're swinging from controlling to permissiveness. You just said the pace of the day goes like the little ones choose. So now you are being controlled, being parented, if you like, by a 2-year-old. You need to keep loving them. I'm talking to mom now. Lots of affection, proactively, but you need to teach them. You're the parent. They don't get to set the schedule. That's your job as the parent. Now, you go on Amazon or Google them or whatever. They sell inexpensive timers that I think you have to type in timer for children, if I remember, that show the time decreasing in either a colored circle. So, it's the unexpired time is yellow, the expired time is blue. And so when the whole dial becomes blue, the time is up, and you get to set however many minutes that is. And then there's progress bars, but there are timers for kids who don't yet know numbers. But they can tell time. There's not much time left. And so let's say it's blue. The child can, because I can't remember what color it is, and the child can see the blue is getting smaller and smaller. So I don't have very much time left. You set a time for her to eat. Now, the first time she will get it wrong, but she's going to catch on. You say, you have to complete your meal from the time the timer goes here to there. And you show her an example of how fast the timer moves, so she's not surprised. And you don't set the timer so it goes, well, your meal's over. That's fun, but not helpful to the child. So you explain when the blue is gone, or the yellow, or whatever color your timer is, the meal is over. Now, she's 2 years old. She will understand every word that I just said. The meal's over. You're done. You will be getting up from the table. You won't be eating anything else. You won't be going to the pantry and snacking on something. You'll be finished. And it's not like, when the time is over, well, I've just got one more thing. No, a child who takes 3 hours to eat in a day, nah. Watch a child who's in a hurry to go somewhere, who has to get to their basketball practice or whatever. A child can eat a meal in seconds. It isn't pretty, but they really can. Mama, you got other things to do. And for the benefit of the rest of you, this is a mother who often says, I'm tired and I never have time to do things. Well, no wonder you don't have any time. 3 hours for a 2-year-old to eat? The children are dictating your schedule. You're their slave. That's wrong, because it makes it impossible for you to teach them. And eventually it becomes impossible for you to love them because you become sufficiently inconvenienced and your schedule is dictated and controlled, so you start to get irritated. They can take their time doing things, this is a guideline, that affect only their time. For example, if it's just them sitting on the toilet and there's nobody waiting for them, there's a toilet for the children, or they're the only kid in the house, well, then the child can live on the toilet all day long. They can set a record for sitting on the toilet, but they don't get to decide things that affect others, like things that keep you from the other kids, which you complain about. I'm talking to the mom now, that keep you frazzled. They don't get to choose to do those things, or that enables the child. In other words, the child screams and whines, and then you give the child whatever they want, which enables them to feel entitled. We have to teach our children time. To the kid, welcome to life, baby, because the world runs by time. So look up timers for kids, and you can learn how to do this. We all can.